Trump claims 10% Intel stake for U.S. tech supremacy. It began with a single announcement that rippled across the tech world. Former President Donald Trump stood at a podium, flanked by American flags, and declared that the United States government would claim a 10% stake in Intel, one of the nation's most iconic technology companies. His reasoning was simple, yet explosive: to guarantee U.S. supremacy in the global tech race. For some, this sounded like a bold, patriotic move, a necessary step to secure America's future. For others, it was a chilling sign of government overreach into private industry. But whatever side people fell on, everyone agreed, this was historic. The global tech battlefield. To understand why Trump made this claim, you have to look at the broader battlefield. Technology is no longer just about innovation, it's about power. China is building futuristic infrastructure at lightning speed, from 1,000-kilometer Hyperloop trains to quantum computing labs. Europe is pushing ahead with AI regulation and green technology. And the US, once undisputed leader, now faces fears of falling behind. For Trump, Intel represented more than just a chip maker. It was a symbol of American ingenuity and the beating heart of national security. Without semiconductors, the phones in our hands, the cars on our streets, and even the weapons that defend nations simply don't function. So when he said, the US government will own a piece of Intel, because America must never surrender its technological edge, he wasn't just making a business statement. He was declaring a new era of tech nationalism. The shockwave. The news hit Wall Street like an earthquake. Intel stock surged, analysts scrambled, and social media exploded. Supporters praised Trump for having the courage to put America first in a world dominated by Chinese and Taiwanese chipmakers. Critics warned that government stakes in private corporations could stifle innovation and blur the line between capitalism and state control. Everyday Americans, meanwhile, were left wondering, what does this mean for us? Some asked if this meant better protection of American jobs. Others worried about a new wave of political control over the private sector. But one thing was undeniable: the conversation had shifted. Suddenly, technology policy wasn't just a topic for Silicon Valley insiders, it was kitchen table talk. The stakes of silicon. Why Intel? Because the chip wars are the new oil wars. Control over semiconductors means control over the future. Whoever leads in this space controls artificial intelligence, defense systems, global communications, and economic growth. China has poured billions into becoming self-sufficient in chips. Taiwan's TSMC currently produces the world's most advanced semiconductors, making it one of the most geopolitically sensitive companies on Earth. For the US, letting Intel falter isn't just about losing a company. It's about losing the keys to the digital kingdom. Trump's claim of a 10% stake, whether symbolic or real, was meant to send a signal: America will not let that happen. The critics speak. But the backlash was fierce. Economists warned this could set a precedent where politicians treat corporations like chess pieces in a global power game. Tech leaders whispered fears that government stakes could lead to bureaucratic interference in innovation. Some even compared it to China's state-owned enterprises, a system long criticized by American leaders. If we become what we criticize, do we really win? One commentator asked on a late-night news panel. The debate was no longer just about Intel. It was about the very soul of American capitalism. A nation at the crossroads. As the dust settled, Americans faced a fundamental question. Should the U.S. government directly stake its claim in critical industries to guarantee supremacy? Or should it trust free market innovation to lead the way, as it always has? The truth is, this isn't just a Trump story. It's a story about America itself, a nation wrestling with its identity in the 21st century. Because behind every policy debate lies something deeper: fear and hope. Fear that America could lose its edge to rivals moving faster. Hope that bold moves, however controversial, could spark a new era of strength. The future of tech supremacy. No one knows how this experiment will play out. Perhaps the 10% stake becomes a powerful model for ensuring national security in key industries. Or perhaps it sparks a backlash that forces America to redefine the relationship between government and business. What we do know is this: the race for tech supremacy is not slowing down. Chips are the new weapons. Innovation is the new battlefield. And nations that hesitate will be left behind. Trump's claim may go down as reckless or visionary. History will decide. But today, it has reignited the conversation about what it takes to keep America on top in a rapidly changing world. Closing thought. Imagine a future where the next war is not fought with tanks, but with algorithms. Where the balance of power isn't measured in missiles, but in microchips. That is the future Trump was pointing to, and the reason his claim matters. The question isn't whether America can afford to stake its claim. The question is, can it afford not to?